President Joe Biden told CNN that Friday's operation to shoot down a high-altitude object that was circling Alaska was a success, just after U.S. national security officials revealed that the commander-in-chief had authorized the U.S. military to carry out the operation. The announcement comes after the administration faced numerous inquiries regarding the timing of Biden's choice to shoot down a suspected Chinese spy balloon off the coast of South Carolina last Saturday. This marks the second time in less than a week that American fighter jets have shot down an object flying over U.S. airspace. This time, the president acted more forcefully to quickly shoot down the object in Alaska, but important doubts about the item's history and purpose remain. According to a U.S. official, F-35 fighter planes were dispatched to the area to investigate after the item was originally discovered on Thursday. At a White House news conference, John Kirby, the coordinator for strategic communications for the National Security Council, stated that the object was flying at 40,000 feet and presented a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian aircraft. In addition to the F-35 effort on Thursday, fighter aircraft also made contact with the object early on Friday. According to Kirby, both engagements provided minimal information. A high-altitude observation balloon is found by sailors from Explosive Ordnance Disposal Group 2 on February 5, 2023, off the coast of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Exclusive. According to reports, the U.S. developed a means to monitor China's fleet of spy balloons last year. Before receiving the order to take it down, Kirby said, "We were able to get several fighter aircrafts up and around it, and the pilot's judgment was this was not manned." According to Kirby, the president was first told Thursday night as soon as the Pentagon had enough intelligence, and on the Pentagon's advice, Biden gave the order to the military to down the item, which they did. Fighter jets from U.S. Northern Command took down the object. Additionally, according to U.S. government authorities, the item was shot down over icy Arctic Ocean seas, not far from the Canadian border, around 10 miles off Alaska's North Shore. Kirby stated that the U.S. anticipates recovering the debris. When questioned later on Friday about the item shot down over Alaska, Biden responded to CNN by saying, "It was a success." According to Pentagon Press Secretary Air Force Brig. Gen. Pat Ryder, the object was shot down at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday over U.S. territorial water by an F-22 fighter jet from Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Alaska. As with the balloon off the coast of South Carolina, he claimed that the object was brought down by an F-22 using an AIM-9X missile. When the decision to shoot it down was made, a U.S. official remarked that there was not a real concern about collateral damage to persons or property on the ground. The person stated that because of the limited daylight hours in the far north, U.S. Northern Command and NORAD preferred to shoot down the object during the daytime, since it was simpler to notice for a fast-moving jet trying to find and follow a slow-moving object. According to a U.S. official, the device didn't appear to have any monitoring equipment, making it both smaller and probably less sophisticated than the Chinese balloon that was shot down last weekend. Military authorities indicated their conviction that the object was not a piece of equipment or property belonging to the U.S. military or government. According to Ryder, the Defense Department was unaware of the capabilities, purpose, or provenance of the device, noting that the object was about the size of a small vehicle, hence not identical in size or shape to the high-altitude surveillance balloon that was put down off the coast of South Carolina on February 4. He said, "The object constituted a reasonable hazard to the safety of civilian aviation." The Alaska Command of U.S. Northern Command, with help from the Federal Aviation Administration, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and Alaska Air National Guard, coordinated the mission, according to Ryder. The device that was brought down over Alaska was far smaller than the Chinese surveillance balloon that was taken down on Saturday over territorial seas. The sources estimated that the payload of the Chinese balloon shot down last Saturday was around the size of 3 buses, and the high-altitude object shot down on Friday was said to be about the size of a compact vehicle. The second flying object has not been linked by the U.S. to any nation or other organization. "Since an object is the best description we currently have, we're going to call this an object. We have no idea who owns it, we have no idea if it is state-owned, corporate-owned, or privately owned," Kirby said. Due to the fact that the object did not appear to be self-maneuvering, was at the mercy of prevailing winds, as the military took action against the object on Friday, the Federal Aviation Administration issued a temporary flight restriction in the vicinity of Dead Horse, Alaska. Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, declared on Friday that he agreed with the choice to remove the item. An object that breached American airspace was brought down this afternoon. "After receiving a briefing on the subject, I decided to support the action being taken. To keep people safe, our armed forces and intelligence agencies will always collaborate, including through @NORADCommand," Trudeau tweeted. Since last week's news about the Chinese balloon that was flying above U.S. airspace surfaced, more information has come to light about what is now known to be a worldwide monitoring operation by the People's Liberation Army of China. Officials said on Thursday that they think the spy balloons the U.S. has seen are part of a sizable fleet that is carrying out global surveillance activities. The balloons were tracked by the U.S. to 40 nations on 5 continents. In the past year, the US has devised a system to monitor China's fleet of spy balloons, CNN exclusively learned on Friday.